Hello everybody, Cub Fan here. It's Friday and you all know what that means. Beer and ball cards. I got my beer and I got my ball cards. That's so good. Trying not the Natty Lights tonight. Trying the Line and Kugel Summer Shandies. Probably one of my favorite summertime beers. Something a little bit different. I felt like doing something fancy tonight. But after I did my video of key rookies of the 70s, I kind of went, I don't want to say I went nuts, but I had so much fun doing the video and reading your guys' comments on cards that I missed that I went to the local card shop and I set a nice little budget of 20 bucks, and that's one of the things I really like about these Hall of Very Good or former All-Stars from the 70s is that you don't really have to pay all that much for them, and you can pick them up for pennies on the dollar. And so I spent some time in the bargain bins, and what he's got is he's got player boxes, and then he has vintage boxes arranged in year by set. And if you pull out a stool and you sit down in front of those, if they're not marked, they're 20 cents, and if they are marked, you pay half of what they're marked at. So that's where the real bargains are. Now, granted, some of the cards are pretty rough, so you really have to wade through everything. But I was able to pick up some cards for the 1970s, and we'll start right off into that. And we'll start off with the two big ones that I was really happy about. And the first one is the 1973 Dwight Evans. And I do not know how I forgot this card, but I ended up paying 20 cents for this card, and you can see why. I mean, it's pretty rough, but I was like, 20 cents. This is not the copy I want to end up with, but it is, I mean, it's in decent shape. The corners are pretty bad, but the centering is decent, and it has some pretty good eye appeal. So I was pretty happy about it. For 20 cents, you really can't beat that. And that is a pretty big rookie card from the 70s. If you look back on Dwight Evans' career, the first half of his career he was mediocre at best, and in the second half of his career he was Hall-worthy. So it's kind of a little weird what he did there. And then the other one, which I am completely shocked that I forgot about, was I picked up the 73 Bob Boone rookie. And this was the same deal. Actually, paid $1 for this one, a little bit more, but it's a little bit better shape than the Dwight Evans. And the Dwight Evans was so cheap because it even has a little bit of water damage on the corner. But 20 cents, it's not going to be the end card, but it's a good card for now. So I'll let those guys rest up there. Also, from the 72 set, I was able to pick up the Dave Kingman rookie. Guy could hit a ton of bombs, but just had a shitty attitude and just didn't do well with the organization, so he didn't last very long. But there's the 72 Topps Dave Kingman. And I'm going to kind of go all over the place here, but sticking with 72 was the 72 Charlie Huff. Did pay $2 for this one. It's not an expensive card, but sometimes you get them in a little better condition. The top left corner is a little bit dinged, but other than that, the centering is good, color is good. It's just got good eye appeal. So there's the 72 Charlie Huff. And then last from 72 is the J.R. Richard. Did not pick up the Ron Say. The guy didn't have it, and I'm pretty sure if he did have the Say, he would have asked a mint for it. It's so hit and miss with him. Some cards, it's like This J.R. Richard I paid 50 cents for, and then some cards are just, I just don't understand. And I'll show you a good example of that here in a minute. There's the J.R. Richard. And I'll try to, went from 73 to 72, so I think I'll go to 74. And a big one from 74 that I was missing was the King Griffey. You guys were pretty unanimous about the Griffey. Just a good looking card. Paid $2 for this one. Not too bad. And then from 74, when I was going through his 74 box, I ran across the Brian Downing. And I was like, holy cow, I can't believe I forgot about that guy. And he was an all-star in the 80s. Just a decent player. But also the Shake and Bake McBride down on the far right there from the Cardinals. He was a speedster, pretty decent player for the Cardinals. But there's a Brian Downing, and paid 20 cents for that. So can't beat that. And then we'll bump straight up to 79. And I did find the Pedro Guerrero. Paid $1 for that. Decent shape. I do not like, I'm not a big fan of multiplayer cards anyway, but I could deal with them. But the 79 ones are the worst because I don't, for some reason they went with black and white photos, and those are just awful looking. Just awful looking. So plain. All white borders with black and white photos. It's just not a very appealing card. But there's the Pedro Guerrero. And then last with the 79s is I did pick up the Bob Welch. And he's another guy I just completely forgot about. But he did win a Cy Young with the A's, I believe, in 1990. 89 or 90 when he won 27 games. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, gotta have the card. Won a Cy Young. And I did pay $2 for this one. Decent shape, so... I don't know what book prices are on cards. It's just, if I feel like I'm getting a fair price on it, I'm gonna pay for it. That's pretty much how I looked at it. And then a couple non-rookie cards I picked up, and these were all 20 cents a piece. And the first one was the 74 Yastrzemski. And this is kind of what I was talking about. This guy is so hit and miss because he had several of these Yastrzemskis, and they were in top loads. And he was wanting $2 to $3 a piece, and then this one wasn't in a top load, and he was only wanting 20 cents for it. And I think it's because the card is a little bit miscut. You can kind of see how it doesn't sit straight up, but I mean, for 20 cents, I'm like, come on, dude. I don't get it. And the cards that he was wanting $2 to $3 for were in worse shape than this. Corners were bad. It was just, centering. And to me, centering is important, but it's not that important. So, 20 cents for the Yaz. And then same with this Sutton. I paid 20 cents for this. 74 Sutton. I mean, you can't go wrong with Hall of Famers from the 70's for 20 cents. That's just... And then the last one was also from 74. Was the Fergie Jenkins. And I don't like anything of him when he's not wearing a Cub uniform, but still a Hall of Fame pitcher, one of my favorites, so picked it up, 20 cents. And then while I was there, for shits and giggles, I picked up a couple packs of 86 Fleer, $1.99 a piece. I had to round out the rest of the budget, so I went ahead and picked these up. Let's go ahead and bust into them and see what we get. Some nicking there. Got Lynn Jones, Tim Leary, fairly decent shape. There's a little Scotty Sanderson, Chris Brown. There's Dave Kingman. Let's look at here. This is an 86, but you can see he had a couple of seasons of 20 or more, 30 or more home runs. And at this point in 85, he had 407 career bombs. I mean, come on, that's an astronomical amount to get absolutely no hobby love. But you can see that batting average over there on the left, 198, 204, 220, just terrible. So, I mean, What do you do? But chicks dig the long ball. Danny Gonzalez, Hal McRae, Vance Law. Vernon Law was his daddy. Dave Concepcion, I showed him. Greg Harris, Mike Flanagan, and Jeff Reardon. Bonk. But what do you do? You know, and I say I don't like opening wax for this very reason. Because for $1.99, you guys just saw what I could have bought for $1.99. Julio Cruz, Nate Snell, Mike Hargrove, Clint Hurdle, Steve Buechele. I think that might be his rookie, not a big rookie. Mark McLemore, here's his rookie. Dave Steed. There we go, there's a Hall of Famer. Carlton Fisk. And then Greg Nettles, there's another guy, Hall, very good. He's not in my 70s list because I think his rookie card is 69? 69? I don't know. Let me know. But I know it's not in the 70s. And then last pack, Pat Tabler, Mike Moore, Lance McCullers. Sorry about that. Dave Engel, Tom Foley, Oil Cam Boyd, Tim Stoddard, Bruce Hurst. There's a nice looking Boggs and Thad Bosley. So, I mean, $2 a pack. What are you gonna do? Alright, well there it is. Some more rookie cards from the 70s. So I'm still missing quite a few. I'm missing, right off the top of my head, I'm missing the 72 Say, the 73 Schmidt, the 70 Thurman Munson, and I mean, that's kind of it. I might be missing some smaller guys or something like that. I think, 76 has got the Ron Guidry. I know I want that. And there's a couple more I want as well. I'll have to go back through the list and see what I'm missing. But I made a good dent in it. So, hope everybody enjoys your weekend. I know I will. Enjoy mine. And thanks for watching.